always thought voice was meant to indicate a kind of genuine, authentic, absolute individuation. It struck me as A, undesirable, and B, impossible. Whereas sound was reality in the midst of this intense engagement with all the noise you ever heard.
Welcome to Sound Off, the podcast where we bring you poetry and music students from inside the carceral state who are using the creative arts as a form of rehabilitation. Sound Off is a collaboration between the University of New Haven and Radical Reversal, whose mission is to amplify the dialogue around incarceration to create justice, racial, and rehabilitative equity through creative installations inside the carceral state. Radical Reversal installs creative spaces in detention centers and Department of Corrections facilities, allowing us the flexibility to conduct poetry and writing workshops, seminars in music, music recording and production, poetry readings, and performances that elevate and enhance the work of these students in the languages they practice and understand.
Thank you, Hope, for that wonderful introduction. And welcome, listeners, to Sound Off. Episode 2. Today is a very special day. We have a special guest from Merrimack College, Brittnie Aiello. We're here to talk about ways in which we can offer college credits within the workshops that we do here at Radical Reversal in Suffolk County House of Corrections. We're actually having a meeting with Merrimack College, Radical Reversal, and Writers Without Margins, along with Kenny Jackson. And we're going to work this program out, and we're really excited about the possibilities that's going to be afforded our students. Like I said, they'll be getting college credit for the ones who are able, and then there'll also be a program in which they'll be able to go to Merrimack College once they leave Suffolk County. So we're working all of that, and I'm going to invite Britnnie to come in and talk a little bit about herself and the program.
Thanks so much for having me, Randall. I'm Brittnie Aiello. I'm professor of criminology and criminal justice at Merrimack College, and I am also co-director of the Jail Education Project, along with my colleague Emma Duffy Comparoni, who is in the English department. So it's really great to be here today at Suffolk County for our first visit. Really impressed with, the enthusiasm of the people that work with these guys in the peace unit, and really the positive kind of energy in here, which doesn't happen a lot in penal facilities. And we've been doing this for a long time. So I first ran a course in 2017, kind of just on my own. My dissertation research took place in the women's unit of a county jail. So I study motherhood and incarceration. And, just really what I learned from that experience was like the wealth of people that we have behind bars, and just how much they have to offer, and how much of their lives, took a different path simply because of lack of opportunity. So, I felt it really became clear to me that some of the women I was studying and working with, they could have been college professors instead of me, without having had any chances to do it. And so I always really wanted, when I got my first full-time professor job, to get back in there and work with incarcerated people and do it in a way that would bring them some benefit. So, I just started working with the administration at my college to start offering courses at one of the local jails. Then when I went on sabbatical, Emma took over for me. And, in the course of our getting together, we've just grown the program considerably to a second county jail. And now if we start offering classes here, it'll be our third. So we love it. It's really the thing that keeps us going, kind of the excitement of establishing the program, getting in there, meeting the students, and just, opening up sort of some people's eyes to like, oh, I absolutely can do this. And I'm smart and I have college potential.
Thank you, Britnnie. And once again, welcome to Radical Reversal Studios here inside Suffolk County House of Corrections. Again, we're really excited about our collaboration to get college credits going here, and a pathway to Merrimack College where the students will be able to get their associate degrees. So we look forward to that process. And so with that said, we'll get right into the episode of episode 2. And today we have some amazing work from our students. And as always, here in studio we have our collaborator, Cheryl Buchanan, and the organization Writers Without Margins. Cheryl has been working with a student that she really wanted to highlight today, so I'll let Cheryl give you a little bit about that. So take it away, Cheryl.
Today we're really excited to share Lido's song No Peace. He has an entire composition notebook that he's been writing, which is full, and he is also going to be publishing some of his written work with us this year.
I have no peace, I can't sleep, the dead put me to rest. Wish I could rewind and listen to that woman that only wanted the best. No guidance, they taught me look them in the eyes before you put in the bed. What they told us was fun when I was young is only causing me stress. Cause I know that karma real, and you know sins of the father. Jail calls him my uncle, he said the more you grabbed you end up taking you farther. And I was blind to the poverty, my only inheritance was a dirty revolver. And it come with instructions, just that potato might make it a little less louder. I asked God why my only regret from my last shooting was not doing it smarter. I play offense and defense, I'm a special team player. You let it go from downtown, we try to score with a layup. I'm saying so close, that powder brushing your face, and I ain't talking about makeup. We ain't know about mental illness. Smoking weed and X pills was part of my wake up. Just yesterday, I was orchestrating OGs. Now I got COs in my face testing my patience. You got a rollie, but if it ain't bust down, they gon' say you broke. You get judged by the radiance. They wanna criminalize me for exercising the Second Amendment. I told the judge I'm a patriot. Now with this next line I'm about to say, the powers that be might find it just a little offensive, but I feel like if I was a couple shades lighter, I would've never got sentenced and I'd be home on probation. Now I got grown men trying to test the gangsters, so we both eating that breakfast down in segregation. What you know about gang unit pulling out just so to ask about your gang affiliations. But I've been in them stations and I refuse to have my name assimilated with cooperation. Could've been home in April, but I guess parole ain't like the answer to the question about the almighty nation.
Okay, Pastor Lido.
I also want to add about Lido's poem. When he was doing the poem, it was definitely an amazing experience inside the studio. There's probably 5 guys in here that were supporting him, and they really rallied to have him feel comfortable, and he just really gave it a really great performance as well. And so that's one of the things that we're always amazed at, how the space continuously to create these moments where of collaboration that are very special to the students. And so with that said, we'll move right into the next segment. And we want to highlight 3 different aspiring rappers. The first one would be Suave, and then we'll have St. Louis, and then we'll have Nathan. And we also want to recognize and acknowledge our producers for these 3 songs. First is MikeMike from MIT, who's a student there and studying with Lupe Fiasco. And in case you don't know or haven't followed us on our Radical Reversal website, or you haven't subscribed to our newsletter that comes out from time to time, you should check us out. But anyway, we had Lupe Fiasco here in the studio working with the guys, which was really an amazing experience. And he brought some of his students he's working with, and they actually gifted some of these beats that you hear from time to time. And also we want to acknowledge Travis Scott, who's Radical Reversal in-house producer, who produces a lot of the beats that you hear these guys working on as well. So with that said, we got Suave, St. Louis, and Nathan.
You ain't taking it anywhere if you ain't got ambition. I seen close friend turn to ops and start a record dissing. I was down bad on my 90s, had to turn 360. I seen Lil Bro shed tears, we terrorized the city. Now it's peanut butter seed, I see you in a jiffy. Jimmy Short, keep it 100 when you ride with me. You niggas think it's sweet for real, what you know about diabetes? He's sticking needles in his veins so we can find a feeling. Don't ever reach up for my chain and you gon' die for stealing. 24 hours locked down just for an altercation. Police get to identify, conducting investigation. If you ever had my heart before, congratulations. I grew up with hood bitches doing prostitution. I was in my feelings, then and broke the Constitution. While we screaming gang shit for major distribution. Mama taught me dream big and had me looking foolish. Even seen a thug niggas cry over some coochie. Oh God bless it, Kanye West, we want fair illusion.
with Travis Scott.
Came from the bottom, had to make my way up to the top. Everybody hating, that's why they got popped. I can't be no lame nigga standing on that block, but I had to make some shake, so I had to serve them rocks, yeah. Coming from the bottom, everything was different then. Came up, all my brothers came up. We ain't never change up. If somebody play with us, then watch how we gon' flame them. Yeah, and we came from stealing cars and breaking the houses. Had to make some shake, so a nigga had to get out of it. Had to get that money, had to triple up my profit. I can't be no lame boy, I'm out here steady watching. And I keep that thing up on my hip. If you run up then, watch that boy do a backflip. Too many money up, yeah, too many run ups. Everybody run up, done up. Nigga run to get done up. I swear to God I'm done. I let it bang out the trunk. I had a 58 in my mama's house, yeah, that's a plump. Nigga play with me, I'm laying him down. No Donald Trump. And I keep that 30 round on my side, and it's tough, yeah. Came from the bottom, had to make my way up to the top. Everybody hating, that's why they got popped. Everybody hating, that's why they got popped. I can't be no lame nigga standing on that block.
Yeah, I'll tell you how the good Lord take me away from the danger that the city presented to me. I was scared and all alone, had no one to guide me through the storm. I'm like a dog with no trainer, so I said, dear Lord, guide me through this weather, help me get past the storm. I was scared and all alone, had no one to guide me through the storm. I'm like a dog with no trainer. Tell you how the good Lord take me away from the danger that the city presented to me. I was scared and all alone, had no one to guide me through the storm. I'm like a dog with no trainer, so I said, dear Lord, guide me through this weather, help me get past the storm. Dear Lord, guide me through this weather. Dear Lord, guide me through this weather.
Once again, we'd like to thank our rappers Suave, St. Louis, and Nathan. And there you have it, this latest episode of Sound Off, episode 2. We'd like to thank all of you for chiming in and taking the time to give us a listen. And if you like what you heard, please subscribe and share widely. Okay, Liana, take us home.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Sound Off, where we bring you poetry and music from inside the carceral state. If you liked what you heard, please be sure to share the podcast or post about it on social media. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at Squarespace and Instagram at radical.reversal for new episodes or updates. You can also find us at radicalreversal.org. Thank you again, and we hope you check out our next episode, available wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Across the park, Mark Street, through the breezeway, around the way of no way at all. The bridge, real and imagined, trouble water over ground. Don't trouble the concept, but we did. On the one looking for the two, a 2 for 1 in certain geographical locations, unracist, erased. To get back up, we do it again. Freedom ain't nothing, not even the word. So don't give me that regurgitated sound, reprogram. Unconditional condition is what we ask for someone. Yeah!
our ass is what we follow. Then all light begins as dark matter. Bam! Forever is what you wanted to be. Word up. Distraction ring apparent. Gate, eye, semen, gun, dog. Division by categorization. Because you cannot depend